Hey, welcome to The Explainer. So today we're going to talk about what really gives a huge organization its strength. Its core, its backbone. So picture this. It's after the Vietnam War, and the U.S. Army is at a major turning point. The challenge wasn't just about new gear or new tactics. It was about rebuilding the very spirit of the force. The big question was, how do you do that? And the answer they landed on was all about empowering the leaders on the ground. The whole idea was to make the non-commissioned officers, the NCOs, the true backbone of the entire operation. So this wasn't just about bouncing back. It was a complete overhaul, a total reinvention of the military's culture. I mean, think about the challenges they were facing. You have to shift to an all-volunteer force. That means you have to convince people to join, and maybe even more important, convince the best people to stick around. So they had to focus on rebuilding discipline, developing real leaders from the inside, and just raising the bar for everyone. It was a huge, huge deal. Okay, so we keep using this word backbone. What does that actually mean in this context? What is an NCO? Basically, NCOs are your sergeants, your corporals. They're that absolutely critical link between the officers who come up with the plans and the enlisted soldiers who have to make them happen. They're the trainers, the mentors, the ones who make sure things get done right. And to see how powerful this idea was in the real world, we're going to look at the story of one specific NCO. His name was Jerry, and he was stationed at Fort Eustis, Virginia, right when all of this was happening. And here's where it gets really interesting. This shows Jerry's new assignment. He becomes a re-enlistment NCO. So his job, his entire mission, was to be the living proof of this new professional army and convince the best soldiers to stay. So what happened next? Well, what Jerry did in this job wasn't just good. It was, frankly, kind of insane. And we know this because of the pile of official awards he started racking up. You see, Jerry wasn't just hitting his targets for re-enlisting soldiers, he was blowing them out of the water. I mean, he just completely shattered them, month after month, setting a totally new standard. All right, let's look at the numbers, because they're wild. His first measured month, February 78, he doesn't just hit his goal, he hits 177% of it, right out of the gate. That's already amazing. But yeah, he was just getting started. Just a few months later, in May, that number jumps to 325%. He's doing more than triple what the Army expected. And you can just see the momentum building. By March of the next year, 79, he hits a jaw-dropping 533% of his goal. I mean, at this point, he's playing a totally different game than everyone else. And then it just gets ridiculous. The very next month, April 79, he more than doubles that incredible number again, hitting 1,127%. That is over 11 times his target. And just when you think it can't get any higher, it does. In August 79, he hits his all-time peak, an almost unbelievable 1,493% of his objective. That is nearly 15 times what his command asked him to do. And looking at it on a chart like this, wow, you can really see it. It's not just a few good months. It's an exponential curve just rocketing upwards over 18 months. His performance just kept getting better and better. And these documents right here, these are the official certificates of achievement that prove it. They're like the bookends to this incredible run, the paper trail that shows his record-breaking performance from the beginning all the way to that incredible peak. And it wasn't just about percentages. At one point, he set a record that nobody else had matched: 8 enlistments in a single month. That just shows you the consistent, high-quality work he was putting in day after day. So, as you can probably guess, numbers like that get you noticed. Jerry's work was making waves all the way up the chain of command. And for that incredible service, he was awarded the Army Commendation Medal. This is a huge deal, one of the military's most respected awards for service and achievement. But here's the real key. Look at the words on the official citation. It wasn't just about the numbers. It talks about his cheerful approach and demonstrated competence. That tells you how he did it. It was about his character, his professionalism. He earned people's trust and respect. And that right there is the whole point. Jerry's story is the perfect example of that backbone theory in action.
by convincing so many skilled soldiers to stay. One single NCO directly made the entire U.S. Army stronger and more ready.
So that kind of leaves us with one last question to think about. Whether it's the Army, a company, or any team, the really amazing results, they often come from those key leaders in the middle of it all. The people who connect, who inspire, who are the real backbone. So it makes you wonder, who's the backbone of your team?